Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We will continue our journey with Yalla Salesforce. We covered a lot together. So we were talking about the ecosystem, trailhead, understanding more about Salesforce, and then we started to dig deep into the back end of the Salesforce and then the front end. And then we invested good time understanding the user management and org security, records, pages, and all of these great stuff from profiles to permission sets. And then we stepped back to get back to the standard functionalities for Salesforce. So we explored the accounts and contacts, and we understood the different types of accounts, business accounts for B2B, personal account for B2C, and business to consumer. And then we started to dig more into different types of relationships between different accounts and the account its subsidiaries, accounts and contacts, and direct relationship and the indirect relationship. And finally, we covered the relationship between the account and the user through the account teams and how they collaborate together in order to serve that account. Today, we're going to cover the leads and opportunities. All right, so in this module, we will be focusing on the Sales Cloud side of the house, going through the sales cycle, understanding more about the sale life cycle, starting from having leads in the system, which they are potential customer not qualified yet, and then how we convert those leads into real customers and building business with them and going through the different stages of the opportunities, and how the salespeople collaborate together through opportunity teams as well in order to serve that client, how we are forecasting our business, how we split our commissions, and what are the different type of splitting, and so on. So let's dig deep into it. Any questions so far? All good? Sounds perfect. All right. So the first module in here starts from create and convert lead as potential customers. The sales process from creation to conversion. Starting the module in here by any sales process, exactly like you have seeds and you have your garden and you're starting to put your seeds one after the other, building a good relationship between you and your customers, starting to put your customer first, building that trust, have the right level of engagement with them, let them know you and your company and your products, which will end up nurturing this great relationship, which will end up with a successful sale. So managing sales leads is like a cultivation in a garden where every seed represents a chance to nurture and grow and harvest strong customer relationship. Do not ever forget that Salesforce started from being a CRM system, customer relationship management. So it's all about building this relationship with your customers and build that trust. Just as every seed needs water and care, to thrive, every lead requires ongoing communication. You need to keep having those cadence, following up, making sure you have this relationship and trust between you and your customer. Successful growers need a system to sustain, and no surprise, the system here will be Salesforce, which will take you from the lead into accounts and contacts and sales and opportunities and so on. Every company needs a system to find and retain customers to sustain its business. Salesforce provides exactly the kind of system you grow your pipeline. So you start putting those opportunities together, which will give you the pipeline for your sales cycle, tending to your garden of leads and ultimately generate more sales. In here, we will be going through the lead record from creation to conversion in Salesforce, discover new ways to review and work with leads and opportunities. So far, so good? Sounds perfect. All right. So generate leads to track potential customers. Before we go any further, let's clarify what we mean by leads. In Salesforce, leads is potential sales prospect, person or company. So they are not yet customer. They are just potential customers. So it can be a person. Again, we discussed this last session between the difference between I am a business selling straight to consumers, or I'm a business selling to another business, B2B versus B2C. So those potential customers can be person, or company that expressed interest in a product or service. You have a lot of products and you offer a lot of services, and they are just potential customers interested in what you are offering, but hasn't yet became a customer. Leads are typically, we just mentioned, individually or organization that a sales team identifies as a potential opportunity for your business. All right, so leads are typically at early stage of the sales process. We are still, they are not customer. So we are in a very early stages, just trying to build this relationship. And in order to build this relationship, all what you need to know that you want to make sure that you have the right connection, personal connection or business to business connection. And then you need to start capturing names and email and phone numbers, just a very basic information, where the focus is on gathering information, assessing interest. Just your customer. You need to know your customer. Accordingly, when you start offering products and services, it will be matching their needs, solving their real problems. We're not just trying to fit a system or trying to just sell for the sake of selling. We are selling in order to like solve a real problem that they are facing and challenging them in day-to-day operations. All right, and determine if there are potential for a business relationship. There are several ways to find your leads. All what we need is just like a business card. We need to build this relationship. This can happen from a referral from another customer. You did an amazing service for customer A, and customer A told the customer B. Accordingly, customer B introduced to you as a lead. It can be from you have a website and people are just surfing the internet and they found your website and they like found that yes, your product might solve their problems. Accordingly, there is a contact us or get a demo or get a white paper somewhere or something like that, and then they provided all your information. Accordingly, this is your opportunity. Those are leads coming to you and showing an interest. So it's a good a way as well. It's a great way to get those leads. Information exchange between partners, ads on the social media, direct contact during conference or trade show. You were in like Dreamforce or in DX, and they just came to your booth and introduced themselves, and you showed your product, and just you started this great connection. And then you will have all of these follow-ups in order to start like have a deeper conversation with them. All right. So using leads in your sales process allow you to better track, report, and target marketing campaigns. Once you establish this relationship, now you have a clarity of what you will be targeting. You can start, we will be discussing more, but you can start like putting the scores against those leads. So you put the right time and money and energy with the more qualified leads based on the higher score. How Einstein or these AI capabilities within the platform give this score? It's all about like identifying patterns within your data. You had similar customer with the same demographics, with the same characteristics, with the same interest, and you were able to convert them before into a successful opportunity. So accordingly, the score for such lead will be higher than a new pattern, and so on. All right, so and then based on that, if this is a potential lead that you feel that it's a high score, now let's engage them in a marketing campaign. Let's start a journey with them, sending them email with hyperlinks. And then if they didn't purchase, now it's time to send another follow-up. And then maybe a coupon or a discount voucher so they can start trying your product and so on. Leads can also help you concentrate on potential leads most likely to close. If your company has separate sales team for prospective customers and existing customers, using leads help everyone work more efficiently. So we might be splitting our sales army for people who are opening new markets, like tracking new logos, and we might have the other part of the sales army is just focusing on making this relationship with the existing customers more deep, upselling new products, and so on. Some companies assign leads automatically based on criteria like geographical location or sales territories. So we have, like, we can split based on the geography. We have multiple territories, and we put our sales account executives and so on across different territories, and everyone has quota. All of that can be happening within Salesforce. Other companies assign all new leads to a queue, and we covered the queue part of previous sessions. It's like one bucket where we keep pushing like leads. In this scenario, last time when we were introducing the queues, it was part of the service cloud domain, which was like cases. Now it's leads, and then whoever has the capacity to support and follow up on that lead gonna go to the queue, change the ownership, and start their journey with this specific lead. All right, so your Salesforce administrator will set up lead assignment process that work for you, for your company. So we can automate assignment through a lead assignment process. We can make it manual process through a queue as well. We can implement different ways for assigning those leads for the right sales rep. A process can look like this: stranger. So the sales cycle starts with someone don't know you. It's just a stranger. You are in a website and someone accessed your website, or even you have a store and someone just walking around and then decided to get into your store. Or you have a blog, or it can be just a social publishing and the ad within social media and so on. Someone is just surfing, navigating, walking, and now you attracted them by having a fancy product that will solve their problems. And it's time now to make this stranger to visitor. So they came into your website, they came into your store, and starting like navigating, seeing what will help them, and so on. And then it's the time to know your customer. You need to collect basic information. You need to have this relationship between you and them. So what you need to capture, you need to know at least the name. You need to know the phone number. You need to know the email. And now, here we go. You have a lead. So once you have a stranger, you made it visitor, you had it as a lead. Now it's time to convert it to be a customer. So put it in CRM, start building an engagement with them through marketing, through offering their sales, and having a cadence, doing some activities, calling them, and so on. And now you convinced them. You converted them from lead to be a customer. Once they are a customer, you want to make sure to sustain this relationship, because you can, in the future, you can upsell products. Those customers that we just mentioned, they can refer you to another customer, so you can start a new business, and so on. So it's all about surveys and making sure you have an amazing customer relationship and customer satisfaction. And then promoters, and then repeat the cycle. So far, so good. So we covered so far what is the life cycle from a stranger to be a loyal customer for your organization. Sounds perfect. All right, so now we finished the lead. It's time for what is the opportunity. Leads are early stage prospects that require further qualification. Once a lead is qualified, it can progress into an opportunity, which is the next stage of the sales process. An opportunity represents now it's a qualified lead. So you did all of your homework, you did this scoring, you connected with them, and now they are qualified. Now let's go through the initial stages of evaluation, and is considered as a viable business deal. So generally, further along sales process, and includes more detailed information about the potential sales, including the revenue, the sales stages, when we will close, the probability of closing, and all of these great stuff around the opportunity. So the leads earlier in the sales process, opportunities are later in the sales process. Here, they are not yet qualified. They might do a business, they might not. Qualified as potential customer. Now they are qualified. We have a real conversation evaluating customer, evaluating the products, seeing the interest, going through different stages of this life cycle and journey, and so on. Here, gauge potential business interest and learn about the business. It's just here we are still into the introduction phase, but here gather into the more information about the interest of which products, the close date, the stages, all the details for the opportunities. So far, so good. Any questions? Lovely. Manage leads in Salesforce. Understand lead records. The lead record is your workspace of tracking interaction, checking campaign history and planning future activities as you move your lead through the sales process. And it's exactly like any landing page we saw before. So let's dig deep and go to the app launcher in here. Let's just start with the sales, and within sales, I will go to leads. Here is the leads intelligence view. And when you dig into it, you will find in here normal lightning page. You will find any campaign that they were part of, all the activities, all the communication between me and that lead. You will find in here the path where we are from the journey. You can convert here into a real customer having an account or prospect having an account, contact, and the opportunity, and so on. So activity tab provide a place to log your call, creating the task. So let's assume we had a call, we had a wonderful introduction call. And now it's going to be visible within the UI. And then here are the details. These are the details I collected about this deal. And then finally, the chatter. If we are collaborating over that deal, I can mention people in here saying Basim and so on. We had a great conversation and so on. So we can collaborate from people to another, and we can start putting attachment, and we can start linking another records and all of the great things around the chatter. All right, and then the related are in here. We have the campaign history and if there is any duplicate. We will be talking about the duplicate in more depth afterward, but duplicate rules are like a standard functionality from Salesforce to start to determine whether do you have this lead before or not. So based on that, you go in here. If you want to, like, I will just give you the first couple of steps, and then you can play with it. So in here, you will find duplicate rules. And those duplicate rules are using matching rules. So I have here a standard rule for the leads, and in here using a matching rule. So matching rule in here, you can click and you can go for the matching rule itself, and you can see it in here. So standard lead, and then you can activate it to start doing those matching and so on. And once it's determined as duplicate, it will showing in here, yes, we have a duplicate. All right, so we covered the lead intelligence view. This is when we landed to the leads itself. We found this amazing UI where you can take some actions, where you can filter, where you can do a lot of great stuff in here. See some aggregates on how many leads you have, what are no activity on them that you didn't call them, you didn't do. So since we did a call for one of them, so you would find that no activity are 21, but I have one that I have an upcoming thing and overdue, and I set a date for this activity and I didn't do it on time, and so on. So it's a good place to see a holistic picture for all your leads with a lot of great functionalities for filtering and so on. All right, so lead intelligence view. Lead intelligence view provide a place to review lead activities, take action, update records. Also, you can do some inline editing in here and so on. That's why you can edit as well from this UI. Sounds perfect. We were in here. Update checkers. To open, navigate to the lead homepage, click intelligence view. To return, if you are not comfortable yet with this intelligence view, or you want the basic view, so you can just go back to the list view, and it will show you what the normal page in here with this list of views and so on. All right. So in the intelligence view, you can quickly filter your leads, review aggregate activity statistics, and so on. All right. So lead activity matrix. Total leads, the total number of leads that meet your filter criteria. So yeah, you can specify filters, and then based on that filters, it will show you in here. Right. So here are your filters. No activity, leads with no completed activity. You didn't do anything. You didn't do any calls. You didn't do anything. And then idle, leads with past activity. You done some activities, but not complete activities within the last 30 days. Stale interaction. No upcoming leads. Leads with recently completed activity, but no future activities scheduled. Overdue, leads with activities that are overdue, due today, leads with activity due today, upcoming within the 30 days. All right. So I believe we have a good understanding now for leads. Now it's time for sales engagement. Let's connect more. Let's have all of other capabilities that will make this sale to go through. So if you work in sales, inside sales engagement, provide a high productivity workspace with everything your team needs to handle leads and opportunities more quickly. It's all about now efficiency and closing the deal. Lightning Sales Console. And we talked before about the different experiences between the normal here navigation and the console experience. So you will find console, sales console. And within sales console, you will find in here, it's a different navigation. So dismiss this for now. And you can, if you want to see the leads, and from that specific leads, you can open it. And from here, you can open the call. So you will find that here the navigation, and then you open the lead, and then sub tabs, so you can navigate in here. And then if you want to see this specific one, so you can, just different navigation. Same thing you have in here, you can add the utility in here. In the utility bar, you can see the to-do list if you have any activities, and you can mark, filter all of these activities, color code them, so you can focus on your priority items. Here is the notification center, and everything remained the same. It's just different way of navigation. So an intuitive, customizable interface within Salesforce that empower you with real-time insights, contextual data, and streamlined workflow to accelerate sales cycle and enhance productivity. Work queue, it will look like that. So it's close to the what we can see in the to-do list, but it's a work queue in here will show you those sales cadence, which we will be talking about very shortly. But in a nutshell, sales cadence is like a journey. You are streamlining a certain process by having, let's have this call, and after 3 days have another call, and then send an email. So it's like a journey for your engagement with your customer in order to streamline certain processes and make consistent across different sales reps. All right. So this is the cadence and the work queue, and then you can take an action in here as well, and you will be able to say, make a call in here for this specific sales cadence and so on. All right, so a dynamic list or a dashboard within CRM where you can view, prioritize, and manage your tasks, leads, and opportunities, or other actionable item based on predefined cadence. Cadence managers can create custom sales processes that guide you through working with different types of leads. And we'll see the cadence now in action. Sales dialer is when you have a telephony integration that you can connect with your customers straight from Salesforce. That will integrated into CRM system that automate outbound calls that you can call out from Salesforce into your customers, enabling you to efficiently connect with leads or prospects, track call outcomes, and streamline follow-up activities to increase the productivity. Then you can do different types of automation. You can automate to sales engagement to drive productivity. You can automate actions, Cadence screen flows, and Cadence auto launch flows. So Cadence are very well integrated with flows. Buyer assistant. Buyer assistant generate leads, deliver personalized conversation, and close deals faster with buyer assistant. Buyer assistant both bots transform the web to lead experience and help your sales team sell more. So we used to have like those bots, and things are moving into the agent force side of the house by using those smart LLMs, which you can have like sales coaching, and you can practice all of that with the AI, and making sure that you have the right next steps and you deliver the right message and get the feedback and so on. So all of these are different tools to make your sales army more efficient. Sales engagement, understand how the lighting sales console, work queue, sales dialer, quick cadence, action, sales engagement, all of these are working together to accelerate your sales. All right, so where can we find those sales engagements? Our friend setup, sales engagement, and then within in here, part of it is to be integrating with Einstein. So there is a product called Einstein Activity Capture, where you can like having a sync between Salesforce and your Outlook, or in general your email. So if you sent an email, it's gonna automatically sync into Salesforce and showing in the activities. If you created a calendar invite, and you can create it as a calendar as an event within Salesforce, or if you have interaction summary, you can create it as an interaction, and so on. Where these calendars are, so if you just went in here, so you will find here, you will find the calendar, exactly like what you have in the Outlook side of the house. Whenever you create in there with a specific one, you will be able to see it in here as well, to be able to sync all of these different activities. All right, so back in here, yes, I reviewed different Einstein capabilities, which is awesome. And then you can see in here the engage, but we are in here to enable sales engagement, make sales engagement app available to users, enhance the emails, email tracking, Einstein activity capture, Outlook integration, and Gmail integration. All right, so set up sales engagement. You're gonna do its time, it's a magic, and then it will be enabled. We know after we enable any feature, what do we need to do after? Yes, permissions. We need to give the right permissions to the users in order to be able to use it. So within the sales engagement, you have in here engage, take action everywhere on the web, social media, and so on. You can have email sync. We just mentioned Einstein activity capture. You can have telephony integration and do an outbound calls. You can integrate it with like Microsoft Teams and do meetings and so on. All right, we created that. Let's go for my user and let's see if I have a sales engagement assigned or not. I'll go here into the details, and you will find permission set assignments. So here the permission set, do I have it? No, I don't have any permission sets. And all what I need to do, I need to go for sales engagement basic users, assign it to me. Now I have sales engagement power. So let's go for in here cadence. We talked about cadence. What are those cadences and what is the cadence builder? So if I see in here all cadence, you will be able to see that I have different steps in here. All right, so I just mentioned cadence builder. How can I see that? View cadence. And from view cadence, you will be able to see like a journey with your customer. Do the call and then automate an email and then all of these great stuff. So leave a voice message, a voicemail, and then do an introduction. And this has need to be immediately once we just start our journey. And then day 2, start in 10 hours to have a second follow-up, and then and so on. Day 2, day 6, day 10, and then either a positive branch or a negative branch, and so on. So just wanted to give you a sneak peek on this. Same thing. If I went back to the old cadence, you can create a quick cadence in here by just making a call, manual email, and all what you need to do is like make a call to lead. And then this is the call script. You can start creating a call script. So when we talk, this is the script that we will be following all together. My script, be positive and introduce the right product. So that just put all the scripts that you are looking for, and then if this immediately after the assignment, yes, and this is in whatever you did in 3, and then you can have this repeat. So we create the cadence. This is just a simple cadence. All right. So we saw the cadence. What else we need to cover in here? Now, when I go to the leads, back to the leads in here, I can say in here, add to cadence. Which cadence? This is my cadence, which I just created. And then I am engaging those specific leads within cadence. It looks very fun. All right. So edit page. And in here, let me add the sales engagement component. Let me put it in here. And I will hit save. Activate. So now we are editing the lead record page. And I'll make this the org default for desktop and mobile. And we saved adding sales engagement. All of that, we enable the service. It's normal configuration as we usually do. And then we enable the cadence and we add it to the UI, and then you will be able to see your cadence. And now we can see it here on the lightning page. All right, so this is the cadence, and the difference is engagement. And if you have in here, you can start the upcoming, yes, take action, starting the call, and so on, start logging a call. Amazing call interaction, and then hit save. Now you took this specific cadence and you made it happen already. So one centralized page for this lead with all the cadences and the sales engagement, and then if you have an email and whether they clicked or not, all of that can be managed from here. Any questions? Sounds perfect. Scenario. Let's generate leads for CloudKicks. You are a sales rep for CloudKicks, a company that specializes in high-end customer sneakers. You recently met a potential lead, Aparna, at the Cloud9 trade show. She worked with Cloudy, and it's time to creating those leads within your org. All right. So I'll go in here. I'm already in sales, and within sales, I will go click the leads, and I'm already in the leads, and I will hit new lead. What is the new lead? First name, last name, and then the company name, Get Cloudy West. And after that, the title, marketing manager. Here we go. And the email. This is the email. And finally, lead status is open, not contacted. So you made them in the trade show, and you went to Salesforce Sister, and you added them as a lead. Perfect. Now it's time for conversion. You can also leads input, and you can also, yeah, if you have a list of leads within an Excel sheet or something, you can upload them. You can have a web to lead that you have this form within your website, and when you create this and you click the button, it's gonna automatically create a lead within Salesforce, and so on. Now it's the time for conversion. I have a lead and I had a great relationship. I did all the cadences and we connected, and it's time for conversion. They are now qualified. So you called Aparna and they get to discuss her deal. She likes what you tell her and seems genuinely interested in your product. When you convert a lead, Salesforce use information stored in a lead to create three things: accounts, contacts, and can be or cannot. You can just ignore the opportunity. Account, contact, and opportunity. If you have a company name, that means it's gonna be created as a business account if you are enabling the person account. If you don't have a company name, that means it's a person and it's gonna be created as a person account. All right, so convert in the account section, create an account, company name entered in the lead. If you are converting a lead, it's gonna be, and you have the option as well to make it to an existing account. Contact, create a contact, a person within the account, and it's by using the lead name. If contact exists, you can just select it as well. Opportunity, enter a name of a new opportunity, give the opportunity a descriptive name. For example, use account name and summary of product. They might get cloudy, 50, custom, and so on. And then check that the record owner and converted sets are correct, and we are good to go. So let's do it. All right, so I am in here. I just made this as the org default, which is the other one from the console, because I was just showing you the sales engagement. But in here, you will find the action, which will open for you, create new account or choose an existing one. So by default, it's gonna take the company name in here, put it in here as an account name. Again, if there is no company name, it's gonna be created as a personal account. It took the name of the lead, put it in here. And you have the option to create an opportunity or to not create an opportunity. And you have the option as well to choose an existing opportunity. And we just mentioned that let's have the opportunity name representative for what is the opportunity about. And now you have it in here. All right. So those are the different values that you will be, it's just the basic information about this, which will be going to the account and contact and opportunity. Convert, you will find that those three records got created. But how about if I need to like map more fields, not just to the account name? How can I do that? Just to go in here, edit object. Lead the object is a little bit different because you have this extra action in here where you can extra button map lead fields. Map lead fields, it will help you if you need to add more fields to the mapping. When you are doing that conversion, you will be able to do such mapping. Those leads attributes will move to that specific contact field and so on. So you will have in here different fields that you can start to do that mapping. Any questions? So far, so good? Lovely. All right. So let's go for the challenge. Create a lead. Chantel. All right. So I'll go back to the sales app and I'll go for here for a lead and I'll say I need a new lead and the first name and the last name is Smith and the company is Get Cloudy. Work, update the lead status to working, contacted. All right, so now we saved the lead. Once I did this, they are asking me to create a task. Call Miss Smith, due date, any future date. If it next week. And then convert the lead. So I will save that task. And once I've done that, I need to convert it. When I convert it, it's gonna be Get Cloudy's house. It got from the company name. And the new contact is gonna be Chantel Smith. Perfect. And select that do not create an opportunity. We don't need an opportunity in here. And hit convert. Now I have an account and contact, and now I can check the challenge. So far, so good. Any questions? I hope it's clear. So what we covered so far, leads, different types, different ways of connecting with those leads and getting those leads into your system. We had a sneak peek, or we just discussed the lead scoring, focus on the high priority leads that more potentially to be converted to customers, how we convert to them, how we have those sales engagement capabilities in order to make the selling more effective and more streamlined and more easier. And then we converted them into opportunities. All right, next one. Work your opportunities. Opportunities as deals represent potential sales. In Salesforce, you can create opportunity for existing account or by converting a qualified leads. Let's explore how you can use opportunities to track your deal, better understanding who you are selling to, and focus on the team, your team efforts. All right, so when we open the opportunity, you will find the different stages where the opportunity in here. We created, so we just converted this opportunity accordingly. Again, the same thing. You will find the activities in here. You will find what are the different products that this opportunity is touching. You will find different contacts that you have a connection with. This is the primary contact. You can add extra contact in here with different roles. What are the partners? What are the stage history in here? So we can be tracking the different history for the stages. You can add attachments. So you can see the details for the opportunity. What is the amount for this potential sale? I will say here it's like 100,000, and based on the probability, because we are in a very early stage. So we are in here, the expected revenue out of this, if we are doing forecasting, it's 10 grand now. All right, and then you have this different life cycle that I'm in prospecting, and then I'm moving to qualification, and then needs analysis, and so on. And then you can even customize the sales process. We will learn about sales process now, and the different stages and path, and so on. And finally, you can as well collaborate in here. All right, so prospecting is the initial phase of the sales process, where the focus is on identifying and qualifying potential customers or leads. Sales reps engage in activities such as market research, cold calling, and networking. We are in a very, very early stage. We just had a lead, which all what we know about is his or her name and phone number and email. Now we converted that because there is a big potential now to make a sale. We are in a very early stage, which is a prospecting. So we're starting to build this relationship. Once we pass this prospecting, we will go for qualification, need identification. Qualification and need identification entail understanding the prospect requirements. Now it's the stage of deep listening, understanding their problems, their challenges, put the products together to serve them. This stage emphasizes prospects' requirements, challenges, and goals. The stage emphasizes uncovering the specific needs and pain points and assessing how products and service can address their problems. It involves active listening, asking proper questions, and get the right engagement to discover and go through this discovery conversation. Proposal, price quote. In this stage, you might outline the specific product or service being. There is another product. There is another product within Salesforce called CPQ or Revenue Cloud. Configure, price, quote. So it's all about building this product catalog you have. You might have even a storefront where you sell your products, putting all of these prices together, build the price books for different customer. Price books means that you might have for this specific country different prices than this one. Or if you are a wholesale and you have different retail, so you might have different price in here and you have different price in there. So you start to put this product catalog and the pricing and so on, and then you can build the quote based on whatever the customer is interested in. And then you can send this quote, and you can provide multiple quotes, and then the customer gonna start the negotiation after that, and starting to find the right price with the right mix of products from your catalog and so on. So in this stage, you might outline the specific product service being offered, this feature and benefits, pricing details, and any other relevant terms and conditions. The aim is to communicate the value proposition effectively, addressing the prospect needs. Negotiation involves back and forth conversation. Conditions, pricing may adjust to reach mutual beneficial agreement. And then we did all our homework. We had all of the great conversation. We provided the code. The customer picked whatever they are looking, and or they didn't. So either closed one, that means we sealed this sale, or it's a closed loss. If the sales process is successful, the opportunity is closed, and the lead become a customer. Now it's final sale. The prospect has agreed to the terms and necessary contract paperwork and logistics, and this code can be translated after that into a contract and so on. Update the relevant information. Lost, not every prospect converted into a customer. In the closed loss stage, the salesperson acknowledged that the deal didn't materialize due to reasons such as budget constraints and so on. So this is the sales cycle. All right, where can we find those different stages? Again, from edit object in here, fields and relationships, you can look for the stage, and from a stage in here, you will find that this is the stage name. This is whether it's still open or it's a closed one or lost. The different probability within this deal. So again, if we in here we are saying within need analysis, we will move from 10% to 20%. So if I moved in here need analysis, this 10% gonna be 20%. Accordingly, this is gonna be 20 grains. Because we are automatically happened, I just changed the stage, because that means we are progressing in our conversation very well. And then the more you move, the more percentage gonna go until you close one. That means it's 100% revenue, or it gonna be closed loss. That means it's 0. And then you have the different forecasting. We'll be talking about the forecasting afterward. All right. Now we mentioned as well that we have something called sales process. So within in here, I'll go in here, home, sales process. And the sales process, which allow you to pick different stages for this specific sales process. So I'll just name it my sales process. And then in here, it's gonna give you which stage is part of the sales process. You might have different stages or different life cycle for different sales processes. Accordingly, you pick what you are looking for, and then you hit save, and this will be your sales process. We mentioned as well that we have path. Path in general is it's used. We saw it in the leads page layout and the landing page, and we saw it in the opportunity, but you can even enable it and do your own path. So by doing this, you can create a new path for any custom object or standard object. You can do it in any object. And now if I need to have another for opportunity, and this for a specific record type, and this is ask you for which, even we were talking about here the stage, but we might have for different thing, forecast category, any pick list in the system, but I'll just do it for now in here, and I will name it my path, and I'll hit next. Now it's gonna show you the different stages. That since I picked the stage, you can add different fields in here as the main fields that you are interested in within this specific stage. And then you have guidance for success. What is the guidance required in order to move from this stage to the other? Once you've done that, now you need just to activate. You can have a celebration by having the confetti, and you can just saying, when do I need to do this celebration? I need to have it in a closed one, and I need this to happen always. So I will finish in here. So this is my path. How can I use this path? Again, go back in here to our normal lightning page, edit the page, and here you can add path. drag it. And once you've done that, you can say, this is, I want to use my path in here. And that's about it. Save it. Accordingly, when I go for closed one, I'm just showing you. So it's just, I can remove the other one, but I'm just doing it quick. All what we need to do, we need to clear the cache in case if it's still caching the old one. Did I save it? Edit page. Okay. Path. Path. Yep. Yep. Save. Activate. Assign. I didn't assign or anything. Okay. Save. Save. Done. So I added the path. Once I go for close and I say, yes, it's closed one, we should be celebrating together. All right. So we just went through the different sales path and so on. Manage opportunities with pipeline inspection. When you are working on several opportunities at once, it's important to have it the same like the intelligence view for the leads. Same thing. One centralized place with a lot of filters and a lot of indicators aggregate on the top. It's important to have one consolidated place where you can view key metrics and actionable insights about your deals, keeping track of updates of spreadsheets. So back in the days, before having a very solid CRM system, which can track your sales, you used to use Excel sheets, sticky notes, and so on. But there is no central place to have all your data. You cannot have a weekly sales meeting with all the sales reps and this chart forecast your sales, and you can see which accounts needs more attention on which opportunities and so on. So the more data you feed into the system, the more clarity and visibility and 360 view for that specific customer. Keep track of updates on spreadsheets, sticky notes, and old notebooks. Leaves vital information vulnerable to being lost, putting the future of deals and opportunities at risk. There's no visibility. Pipeline inspection gives sales team a consolidated view of pipeline metrics, opportunities, week-to-week changes, AI-driven insights, close dates, and so on. And this is how it will look like. Comprehensive visibility pipeline inspection provide a consolidated view of your entire sales pipeline, offering insight into the number, metrics, and analytics. The tool provide detailed metrics and analytics related to opportunities, enabling team to see the KPIs and the week-to-week changes and the stage this is going further for the negotiation. However, this has a close date which is due, and this is a high, this is medium for the all of these great stuff with all of these statistics with different filters and some insights and KPIs for days overdue. This is specific opportunity is stuck in here for long and so on. All right, a new opportunity. During the conversation, now, a few weeks after the trade show, Apana connects with Lars, a colleague of her from Get Cloudy West. A partner had mentioned her deal to Lars during a call and now has interest in doing something similar. During the conversation, Lars mentioned that he is interested in buying 35 sneakers and should have the budget to cover them. At this point, Lars in the prospecting stage, as the deal moved through the different stages, the likelihood of him buying increase. This is what the more we go through the path and the sales cycle, the probability got increased, and this will impact the revenue and forecasting and so on. On the opportunity tab, click new. All right, so let's go here for the opportunity, new opportunity, and the opportunity name is this. After that, select the account the opportunity is related to. Get Cloudy West. Here we go. And then select the future date to the opportunity close date. Here we go. And then the opportunity stage is needs analysis. And automatically the probability will be added, 20%, as we saw it in the stages. And that's about it. Now, we have this contact roles, as we mentioned, that who are the people we have a direct connection with that is interested within this opportunity. Contact role and opportunity show which contacts are involved in the opportunity, how they are related, and the role they are playing. Add opportunity contact includes the following key information: what is the contact, what is the role, whether they are primary or not. So in here, I can say add a contact role. Now I can add a partner, and that's about it. Next. And I will say, yep, he is primary, and her role is decision maker, and just make it. Here we go. All right. Scenario: add get cloudy contact roles. After meeting with Lars, you email a proposal for him to review. He quickly responds with positive feedback, but has a few outstanding questions. Lars CC'd a partner to get a second opinion based on her experience doing a business with you. So we need to add a partner now as a contact role. All what we're gonna do is we are adding her as an influencer. So I'll go back in here, change the role to be matching with whatever we have in that trail. And that's about it. Let's create another opportunity. Part of the challenge. Any questions? So far, so good? Lovely. All right. So create a new opportunity. Get cloudy. South. In here. And let's get cloudy south. Perfect. And select a close date. Sometime next week. Update opportunity stage to be a value proposition. And then add a contact role. Save. Contact role. Add a contact role. We need to have Chantal as a decision maker. How they know that this is the contact? It's all about what are the contacts within this specific account related to the opportunity. And the role is a decision maker. We did it in here. How can we know why Chantal showed up? Because if I went in here, I will find Chantal is related to that specific account. All right, check challenge. Any questions? So far, so good. So we learn about the lead, sales engagement, converting to an opportunity. We saw the path. We saw the sales stages. We saw a lot of great things together. All right. So the next module is sell as team and split the credit. It's all about now collaborating over this specific opportunity. And it's exactly the same concept to what we covered before in the account team. We can add different users to collaborate over this and assign different roles in order to serve this specific one. All right. So sell as a team. It often takes a team to close a deal. If your Salesforce admin has enabled team selling, adding an opportunity team helps team members work together. Opportunity teams are a bit like account team, which we just discussed last session. Both let you relate particular people at your company to account or opportunities. And same thing, you have a case team. It's all about, again, collaboration between different team members or different Salesforce users on this specific opportunity or account or case. But whereas account team members can be expected to form a long-term relationship because we keep serving that account. Here, the relationship is for this specific opportunity. But that doesn't mean that you can have the same default team that we are working together to collaborate. But the life cycle for the opportunity is way shorter than the life cycle or the relationship with the account itself. An opportunity team is a temporary group composed of people who can close this specific deal. If you often work with same co-workers on your opportunity, you can have the same default team and automatically add that team to all new opportunities default opportunity. All right, so let's do it. So from here, go to setup, and I will go now for the opportunity team. And within opportunity team setting, I will enable team select. Now let's collaborate and add it to the same page, different layouts, and save it. Now we have the team selling. Now, if we went back to the opportunity, in here, you will find a new component. Add it to the layout. We just add. You can add individual team, add opportunity team member by setting a specific users and setting the role for it for this specific user and so on. We will have multiple users and so on, and we give them access as well. That's why we discussed about it in the sharing and visibility when we were talking about what are the different tools that open different records access. So we can do that. Or we can go to the user settings, advanced user details, and you will find in here default opportunity team. If this group of people usually work together, we can have in here add the opportunity team. So let me add a new user because I don't think I have any other users. So I'll go in here, setup, users, add new user, and ops team member, and I'll give it for now just a user license for Salesforce, and the profile gonna be a sysadmin, and the email will be my email. And since we mentioned that this has to be unique, so I'll go in there, add ops in here for the username, and I'll save that user. All right, so we have team member ops. So if I went back in here and I said, let me add team member ops, this can be like a read write, and the team role is the qualifier, whatever. And I'll save. Accordingly, my default team now is I have team member ops. Where are those roles? It's the same thing. If I went back to the setup in here and I said team, and within the opportunity team roles, under the opportunities, you can define your own roles as well. All right, so let's go back to the opportunity. And from here, opportunities, I'll go in there. And now I have the option, rather than adding an individual user, I can say just add default team, and it will automatically add my default team to serve this specific client. All right. This team member now is helping me to close this deal. Is that for free? The answer, obviously, no. We need to split the revenue. So we might have commissions and so on. So in order to be fair, we will be implementing the next level, which is the opportunity split. If you are the opportunity owner or above the owner in the role hierarchy, you can add and adjust opportunity splits to give credit to everyone who helped close the deal. There are two main types of opportunity split: revenue split and overlay split. What is the difference between a revenue split? Revenue split, it should add up, sum up to 100%, because it doesn't make sense that I will be going beyond the 100% of this specific deal. But overlay assumes someone of the engineering team came to help you to build a demo, so it's not 100% associated to the revenue for the opportunity, but we can still compensate them by giving them overlay split, which can go beyond the 100% of the revenue. Additionally, there are opportunity product split, which can be applied to both revenue and overlay split. And this is if you are going more granular, that you need to be very specific for at the opportunity product, which product within this opportunity that we are splitting over. This is the opportunity product split. All right, so revenue split involved distribution distributing credit for the deal among team members, ensuring that the total adds up to 100%. This is often used in scenario where compensation is tied directly to revenue. It's important to know that sum of revenue split cannot exceed the 100%, preventing overcompensation. It doesn't make sense to overcompensate than the opportunity itself. If a salesperson working on a deal and the multiple team members also contributed, the revenue split ensure a fair distribution of credit based on their contribution to the overall deal. Overlay split allow a total credit allocation that can exceed the 100%. This type of split is not tied to a specific revenue, but rather acknowledging your efforts. You did this demo and you need to be compensated as well, and it need to be clear on the system that you did this job. Effort or expertise brought into a deal, often beyond the primary product or service being sold. For example, a technical account manager with specialized software knowledge and so on. Exactly the same example we mentioned. Opportunity product split provide a more granular breakdown. It's at the product level, not at the opportunity level, on individual product line item within a deal. Each team member can see their portion of the entire deal and get a detailed understanding of the contribution. Opportunity product split can be applied in both revenue and overlay split, and based on what type. If it's revenue, that means it cannot exceed 100%. If it's overlay, it can. In complex opportunity involve multiple product, opportunity product splits enable team to allocate revenue at more detailed level at the product level. All right, must add up to 100%, can add up to over 100%. This is for opportunity product split, because we have the overlay split can add up to over 100%. Acknowledge additional effort. This distribute credit among the team members used when compensation is tied to their revenue, not directly break down team member at the product level. All right, so where is this amazing opportunity split? Now, opportunity. Let's go again. If you remember from last time, before we enable opportunity team setting, we didn't have the option for opportunity split because it doesn't make sense if I am splitting the compensation for non-team selling mode. But once I enable the team, that means we need to split. So you will not find the splitting if you didn't enable opportunity team. But now we enabled, we have the opportunity split setting, and now you can set up the opportunity split, revenue, overlay, and you can add even a new split type if you want. But for now, let's go with the revenue and overlay. Let's add it to again to the page layout, so we can find this lovely component we can add. And now that's about it. Split is enabled. All right, let's user and members to opportunity the thing is split. All right, lovely. So we have now the opportunity split. Let's go back to the opportunity, and in here within the opportunities, now you will find another component called opportunity split in here. Perfect. And I can go edit opportunity splits. It's gonna open for you this one, and you have the two tabs, revenue and overlay. If you came in here and they said, all right, let's add this guy with 20%, it will say, nope, you can do that. You're already exceeding the revenue. Accordingly, if I made this 80%, now we are a happy family. However, if you want to do the overlay, you can add up more than 100%. This shouldn't be a problem. So I can say in here, this is 100% and perfect. And I can add another row and saying team members is 50%, and we are still okay. All right. Now we learned about the opportunity splits. Create get cloudy opportunity teams. We talked about the opportunity teams, and get cloudy clear love custom sneakers. He wants similar sneakers for employees attending conference in Europe. So you exchange contact information. You create an opportunity for Carter and use opportunity team related list to add Robin. And this is what we did with our that opportunity team member to the opportunity node that you will not be able to follow the below steps in the trailhead. Require the team selling has been enabled, and this is exactly what we did together. Open opportunity and select contacts and add the opportunity team members. This is exactly what we did together. And then we went to the splits and we edited the opportunity splits, and we enabled the splits, and we saw the different types of overlay versus the revenue, and we should be good to go. Any questions? Sounds perfect. Which of the following can you expect from opportunity team? They form long-term relationship with customer, they share information, tips, and they split credit equally on the opportunity. No. Okay. All right. What type of splits? Credit supporting team member who wasn't directly responsible. This is an overlay split. Woohoo! We made it. All right. So next one. Visualize success with path and Kanban. All right. Track a deal with path. We already covered the path. We talked about the sales stages. We saw how can we create our custom path. But in here, it's coming again. Path is a simple tool with some powerful features you may have already noticed it on lead opportunity records as you work. Path shows you at glance where the record is in your sales process. It's a quick indicator that helps you visualize, and we can celebrate all together when we close the deal. Key fields highlighting the information you need the most when you open a record, so you don't have to switch tabs or scroll around to find what the criteria. Also, you will find in here the guidance for success, some bullet points telling you how can we move from here to the next step, can help to get up to speed quickly and make sure. Use path update record the stats by clicking mark as status. This is what we do when we are opening the like opportunity, and we have this and we have this great button which will move the stages. This move the record to the next step on the path. It's easy to select a different step if your deal loses theme and you need to relate to a previous stats or move so fast and so on. All right, navigate to path, and this is exactly what we did before. Setup, path. And we mentioned early as well that this is not only for those specific objects. You can just put whatever objects you are looking for. And then when we do that, I will just pick here. It's gonna bring for me all the pick lists that are available. And I will say in here, just I'm picking anyone. Account path. All right, and then I will hit next. Now I have 3, and I can add whatever fields I want. Once you do that, you will end up just putting all the guidance and so on, and then you will need to activate and decide whether you want to celebrate, and then go to the page and add it to the Lightning page. We covered all of these great stuff. Next one is manage records in Kanban view. What Kanban view is, we covered it in the list view session. So within in here, within the list view, you are either showing it as a table or a split view, which we will have all the records in here where you can navigate into different records and on the same time see it on the right hand side, or a Kanban. Kanban is showing you the full view. It's showing you in here, so it can be implemented in here. It can be, we can go to the opportunities, and within the opportunity in here, click Kanban. So you will see different stages, and within this specific opportunity, if I went in there just to show you the details, and let's put an amount, put 100 like that, and say we have need analysis in there. And let's go back to the opportunities, Kanban view. Now you see it. And when you move it, so it's showing you that I have 1 item in here, and I can even move things back and forth. So you have 2 items in here with the total of $1 million. And when I click even this one, let's have another. Okay, so I have here 1 million. And what was the other one? Let me go in there. Is this in the one? The West. So West is 1 million. and south is in here, another 50 grains. Perfect. And let's save the records like that. Now, if I went back to the opportunities, now I have all of that. I can move this, so you will be able to see that this got deducted from that amount for this specific stage, and we can move things back and forth easily. All right, I can also as well, part of the back in the days, I can define my list views the way I want. So my or Basim list view in here, and part of this I can decide whether who will see it, whether it's me or all users. And once I do that, you have all the options in here for the filters. It's all opportunities for now. And once you change something, make sure you click done, so and then save. Now it's showing all the opportunities as well. It will give you the option to say, all right, I want to see charts by applying by stage, so it will show you all of these great stages, and you have the option to as well to change how it's represented. So all of these great features coming from standard Salesforce functionalities for the Kanban and visualization and charts. Select the opportunities tab, all opportunities, drop down, show the Kanban. You can move things around. You can drag and drop as we did. If you have Einstein scoring, this is the next level of intelligence, which will tell you the probability or the score for this opportunity to move on to close. So by default, the Kanban opportunity is organized by stage. Each column represents one stage. Click any deal in the column while holding down the mouse and drag it as we did, and you will have some as well if you have Einstein scoring and so on. Take action on opportunity, so you can as well, if I came back in here into the Kanban, you have the option to take an action in here. Any action that you defined that you can have it visible from here, so you can edit, delete, change, or if you have your custom actions. You can also delete the record. We just saw the delete. You can also view chart list of views. This is what we did. We created a new list of views. We can control what are, if I came back in here into the table view, we defined this Basim list of view and have all the option to select which fields are showing, and you can add those charts. And you can filter things as well. This is what we mentioned. Change the Kanban view. We did this, and you can change the grouping, summarizing, having all the charts. We made it. Any questions? Lovely. Which of these actions isn't a valid way to update status of a lead? In path, no. Click the desired step. Click mark, change the Kanban setting group to status, drag the record to a different column. In list view, click shuffle to change everyone's records. All right. You have dozens of open opportunity from different companies, but when you check the Kanban view of all opportunities, you only see opportunities for an account. What should you do? Select different, check the filter panel. Woohoo! Thank you very much. We made it together for leads and opportunities. I can't thank you enough for making the time, attending or watching the entire video. It was very long, but we covered a lot of great things together, starting from how can we get those leads, what are the different ways, how we do the sales engagement, how we increase the probability for those leads to move to the next stage by making them qualified. And then we took them to the opportunity, going through different stages of the opportunity, and then building different sales processes and different paths, and then work as a team, do the opportunity team, do the opportunity splits, doing the forecasting, and then visualize this great success. Any other questions? Perfect. There is one more which we didn't cover, so let's just have it. This is beyond the module, but since we mentioned forecasting, so let's see this forecasting. So you have in here, if you went to the setup, you can turn on forecasting, and once you do that, you can start putting the forecast hierarchy based on the role hierarchy, so we can roll up things to see our pipeline. So sales forecast is enabled now. Perfect. And what if that means we have opportunity amount, we can do it on the opportunity revenue, we can do forecasting based on anything. So based on any measure, anything means based on any measure, any number that you need to forecast. You can make it based on the amount that we need to do opportunity revenue based on the amount for the opportunity and how much it is going to add to our company, so we can forecast it. Or if you are on the manufacturing side, you can do it based on the quantity. So if you want to make sure to do the right manufacturing or having the right stock for your customer, so you will be able to fulfill your customer needs based on your sales, you can forecast on the number of the products that you're gonna sell and so on. So in here, I will do forecasting on the opportunity itself. You select the measure, amount versus quantity. If you are manufacturing, you will go for quantity. If you are looking for revenue, you will go for amount. And then you will decide which field you're gonna group by. And then you will be select group values, which grouping in here. So choose which pick list value include in the forecast and see the default display order and so on. So once you move this grouping, you will need to select a date. So we will be doing the forecast based on the close date, and then the hierarchy. So we will do it based on the role hierarchy. And then if you need to add any extra filters to be excluding certain records from this grid forecasting, you can put it in here and then name it lesson forecasts. Once we done that, so we put all the object measures, what we're gonna be grouping by, and then the hierarchy, and whether it's an amount or it's a quantity. Now we have this great forecasting, finally showing what are the fields that will be displayed. And now we have the forecasting open for us. Now from the app launcher, you can go to the forecasts and then see all of these great things. You have opportunity by amount, you have opportunity by revenue, and you can see the forecasts. Just a very high level. And if you want to see it in grid, this is the way to do. If you want to see it in the chart, you need as well to turn on historical trending. What is this historical trending? You go to the setup again and do historical trending, and you need to enable historical trending for the forecast and so on in order to be able to see it. Okay, enable it, save it, and now you will be able to see the charts. Just wanted there, when we dig deep into the Sales Cloud, we will learn more about forecasting, but just wanted, since we mentioned the forecasting, we just wanted to give you some sneak peek about forecasting and how you enable it. I can thank you enough again. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.